Everybody really want to know, is Bron getting traded? You know that.
No.
You know
he has
Bron.
no trade clause.
If Bron come to the Knicks, that mean I can see you every day.
Listen,
Yo.
we on the chat. I'm not listening. To answer your question,
Yo, if Bron
the
come
man
to
has
the,
a no trade clause.
What that mean?
End of story.
So he can't get traded?
He has a no trade clause. It's up to him.
Oh, it's up to him if he want to leave.
No, he has a no trade clause. So in the event when a player has a no trade clause and a team wants to trade that player, that player has the ability to say no.
Can I walk you through a fake trade I made? LeBron and his son go to Cleveland.
What if his son is like, actually, no?
Does he have a trade veto? Utah gets Darius Garland and Rui Hachimura. The Lakers get Kessler, Lonzo Ball, Jordan Clarkson, and John Collins. Utah has to throw a pick or two, has to sprinkle some picks around because ultimately they're getting Darius Garland. I just am on the record. I don't think Cleveland should trade Darius Garland. But I'm just saying, like, I wonder if those types of deals are being talked about. The whole reason I'm talking about this is I think this is going to be really hard now that he's opted in for any other outcome than he's just on the team doing the, I don't know. We'll see what they do. I'm monitoring it. It's like, okay, glad you're monitoring it. Like, we're not going to be able to get a center. Like, do you want us to trade 2 unprotected first rounders for Kessler? The Lakers have Luka Doncic now. Why are they doing that? Like, they're in Luka mode now for the next 10 years. How do we build around Luka? So it's really awkward. And I'm surprised it's not a bigger story. I think this is pretty strange.
If he wanted to be traded, is there even a market for him at this point?
You know, to be sensitive to LeBron, who's considered one of the greatest of all time, there isn't. And here's why, Dan. He's making $53 million. He's in his last year of his contract. He's 40 years old. And I talked to numerous teams yesterday and asked that same question. Would you give up basically the farm? And basically you'd have to give up 4 or 5 players to go get LeBron James for 1 year. And the unanimous answer was no, they wouldn't. Now, the stakes change a lot if LeBron James ever became a free agent and did some type of buyout in Los Angeles. There you would have 29 teams lined up for him. But from a trade perspective, and here's a hypothetical, his former team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are in this second apron and have spent a lot of money, they would basically have to trade about 6 players, Dan, just to go out and get him for 1 year. And as one team told me, that's not smart business.
I want to sit up here on national television. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do something I normally don't do, Wendy. I'm going to stand for this.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. He's fired up today.
And I'm going to make a proposal to LeBron James.
Oh, God.
To virtually guarantee him a trip to the NBA Finals, if not a championship. This is the move. Now, if LeBron James wants to put himself in position to win a championship, get traded to the New York Knicks. Center stage, Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. You see that defense?
The NBA world is on the edge of its seat as whispers and rumors begin to swirl around what could be the most earth-shattering trade in recent history. LeBron James, the king himself, potentially leaving the Los Angeles Lakers and heading straight to the heart of New York City. And he wouldn't be coming alone. Bronny James, the next-generation superstar, could join his father, creating a duo that would instantly transform Madison Square Garden into a fortress of championship dreams. For decades, Knicks fans have fantasized about finally capturing glory, and now the pieces might be aligning in a way that makes that dream a reality. After a rocky start with the Lakers, speculation about LeBron's future is growing louder. According to Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes, LeBron is one of the NBA stars most likely to be traded before February's trade deadline. With a $53 million contract and a relentless drive to chase another championship, LeBron could make one of the boldest moves of his career. The Lakers, faced with the prospect of losing him for nothing in free agency, may see this as an opportunity to gain value while reshaping their roster for the future. New York emerges as the perfect destination. The Knicks are a rising powerhouse in the Eastern Conference, fresh off a deep playoff run and hungry to break a decades-long championship drought. They've even brought in Mike Brown, LeBron's former head coach, adding familiarity and trust that could tip the scales in favor of the Big Apple. Fans can already imagine the electric energy of Madison Square Garden erupting as LeBron drives to the basket and Bronny lights it up from deep, transforming the Knicks into a dynasty contender almost overnight.
Here's the fundamental truth about the Lakers. Obviously, we spend a lot of time talking about LeBron James because he's one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player to ever play basketball. He's going to go down in history for all of these accomplishments that nobody's probably ever going to match. The amount of time he's played, the productive career he's had to the point where he's now in his 40s and we're still talking about him as an All-NBA player. But the truth is, for the first time in his career, I was at Madison Square Garden on the Saturday night in late January when the Lakers stunned the world and traded for Luka Doncic. Did it right after they beat the Knicks. It was one of their best wins of the season. Saw Rich Paul after the game. LeBron and AD were there after the game. Or AD wasn't there. He was hurt, but LeBron was there. Lakers are feeling great. AD was coming back from an injury soon. Lakers are feeling really good about their team. The moment the Lakers made that trade, the LeBron James era in Los Angeles ended, and the Luka Doncic era began. And everything they've done since then has been geared toward having a team built around Luka Doncic. 3 or 4 days later, they made a trade for Mark Williams to get Luka Doncic, the lob threat center that he has had so much success with in his career. Now, they immediately rescinded that trade because they didn't like the physical on Mark Williams and said we didn't want to actually get him anymore. But the action there was clear. We want to get a piece that fits with Luka Doncic going forward. That is the priority for what the Lakers are trying to do. What they have done since then is, again, to look forward to 2026 when Luka Doncic will either be a free agent on July 1st of 26 or he will have extended his contract on August 2nd, a month from now. So everything we're talking about here with LeBron, to Brian's point, the fact he's on an expiring contract, that's the best thing that the Lakers could have.
This potential move isn't just a trade. It's the beginning of a new era. The combination of LeBron's leadership and Bronny's rising stardom could finally bring championship glory to New York. February's trade deadline promises to be one of the most explosive days in NBA history if this deal goes through. Every team, from the Eastern Conference rivals to the traditional Western powerhouses, would have to rethink their strategy, salaries, and approach to building around superstars. The Knicks could instantly become the team to beat.
If you compare his situation to Damian Lillard from the other day, Dame gets cut, and because the Bucks made the incredible move to waive and stretch him, he could sign for a minimum right now if he wanted to with any team. So now, basketball-wise, a guy like Dame can go wherever he wants. When you make $50+ million, it's just not that easy. And so you might have a laundry list of teams that would love to have LeBron on their team, if it fit into what they were doing. But because, of that contract, it's not very doable. The second apron realities of this CBA make it incredibly hard because even if you're below the second apron, the first apron comes with all kinds of restrictions. Once you get above the second, like Cleveland, for example, then you can't even aggregate players in a trade and figure out, how to move him and maybe have a swan song back in Cleveland with the Cavs. There's all these different rumors that have been flying around, the Cavs, the Knicks, the Spurs, the Warriors. But when you really slow down and start breaking the mechanics of it down, it seems really unlikely. I do think, at least as of now, the smart odds are on him staying put with the Lakers.
For LeBron, this move represents more than basketball. It's about controlling his legacy and finishing his career on his own terms. Bronny gets the chance to learn from the greatest player of all time while stepping into the spotlight himself, creating a father-son story unlike anything the NBA has ever seen. The media frenzy would be unstoppable. Analysts dissecting every angle, fans debating fit and chemistry, and social media exploding with speculation and hype. The Lakers, meanwhile, face tough decisions. Losing LeBron would be monumental, and the ripple effects extend far beyond Los Angeles. Trades like this reshape playoff seeding, alter championship odds, and shift the entire league narrative. The drama of such a high-stakes move feels like a Hollywood blockbuster unfolding in real time. Every highlight, every dunk, and every three-point shot from this potential duo will be analyzed endlessly as the Knicks surge through the Eastern Conference, challenging established powerhouses. Even skeptics would be silenced as Madison Square Garden erupts game after game. The king and his heir would redefine the meaning of a franchise-changing move, creating a story that transcends sports and captures the imagination of fans worldwide. LeBron's leadership, Bronny's talent, and the city's energy could finally bring the Knicks the championship they've craved for decades. As season approaches, every rumor, trade speculation, and headline will be dissected, because this isn't just basketball, it's a saga. A father-son legacy is poised to collide with one of the NBA's most storied franchises, potentially creating a dynasty in the heart of New York. The league, the media, and the fans will watch every move with bated breath, knowing that if this trade happens, history will be written in real time. LeBron and Bronny James moving to New York could be more than a headline. It could redefine an era. With the Big Apple as their stage, the Knicks might finally realize their championship dreams, and the NBA landscape could be forever altered. The story of the king and his heir, taking a city and a franchise to unprecedented heights, is one that will captivate generations, proving that when LeBron moves, the world watches, and when he brings his son, history is made.
LBJ, baby, what's up? It's orange and blue skies, baby. Let me tell you something right now. I know you're a billionaire already, but damn it, that dude Dolan, no matter how bad he can be in other areas, he know how to make you money. Kevin Durant made that mistake by not coming to Madison Square Garden. He went to Barclays Center in Brooklyn. LeBron James, what's up? You talk about championship, baby. The Eastern Conference, Giannis and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in Boston.